All right, hello, Jana and Co. Kate, anybody else who might be editing the people area because custom ordering was requested. This requires an additional explanation. Um, in order to achieve a custom ordering, the only way I can think of to do that is to add another number or another variable here in the people post type. And that variable, which I've tried to set little reminders here and there, sets the post order lowest to highest as it appears here on the page. Now, it works. It works just fine. There's no issue, but the management of it is complicated. And that's because with a list, of differently ordered people that appear in multiple groups. You can't just reset each list to zero and then display those groups. So, for example, with the board of directors, we have Allison Cohen, Roberta, Kelly, Stephen, Polly, Jill, Deborah, Ariel, and then Christine. That makes Ariel, if you start at zero, number 7 on that list. But in the academic advisory board, Ariel is at position 0 in that list. So really what needs to happen is the 0 position becomes the number 7. And Michael Burrows, who is next on the list, normally the 1 position, becomes number 8, and so on and so forth. So that's why you end up with numbers that don't really seem to make a whole lot of sense. You have 2 people, for example, if we order these lowest to highest or something like that, then you're going to see people, ranking the same number, even though they're not part of the same list. It can get a little bit confusing. So what I did was added a filter where you can filter out the different groups, and then you can order them lowest to highest and see what it all looks like. So sounds good in practice, but is very complicated to manage even still. Here with the staff, it's really simple, right? 0, 1, 2, 3. The filter or the sorting here can figure out how to sort those. However, the issue with that is that this is doing it alphabetically and actually not by the number. And this is part of a plugin. I don't really have any control over how this sorts things. So when you get to a list that has more people or higher numbers, it becomes very convoluted, right? So if I try and order this lowest to highest, what I end up with is 9, 8, 7, then 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. And if I try and go the other way, what we end up with is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, all good, except that these 3 need to be up here at the top. Why is it doing it that way? It's because 1 comes before 7, 8, and 9. And all of these numbers start with 1. It's doing it alphabetically, not by number. So you're going to see that same problem with any of these, I think. I guess not the board, because the board was one of the earlier groups, but with the Student Advisory Council, I believe this becomes also another challenge. If you put them in order here, we've got our 9876, 543, right? Because it's doing it alphabetically, not highest to lowest. And if you put it in order this way, you get 10, 11, 12, then 3, 4, 5. So really, the order is Stephen Miller, Orel, Charles, Paris, Evie, Lucian, Anna Maria, then Madeline Fox, Kishi, Liam. So you'll see it that way here on the front end because my code understands to put the numbers in numerical order, not alphabetical order. But the back end here does not understand that. So it's the best that I'm going to be able to do, I think, for creating a custom order here. Now, the really challenging part, I know that it probably feels like I've already done the challenging part, but the real challenging part comes to when you want to make a change to this, right? So if, let's say, you need to add somebody to this list and you want them to be in the middle of the list, then you're going to need to adjust all of the numbers below that number in order to insert that person. So if you want somebody, who comes between Charles and Paris, then all of these numbers 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 are all going to be need to be incremented by 1 in order for you to insert somebody here at the now 6th position, because Paris will be 7, Evie would be 8, 9, 10, etc. So just know that the management of this you guys are going to need to take this over. I won't have time to keep making changes to this and also get the rest of the coding done. So this is the best it's going to be. It works here on the front end just fine. It's a very smooth interface, but that custom ordering is really tricky, you guys. Okay, that's all I got for now.